like the overflowing water of a valley river. Fast as the wind, strong as the storm, his eyes glittered like the burning flame of fire. Keiichi Tsuchiya has fought all alone. Never looking back, never giving up. He gave his 100%. That is why people admired him. The King, at the age of 47, faced the 2003 JGTC season with all his passion. How will he run? How will he race? The 2003 Japan Grand Touring Championship Series opened up the season in late March. The first round took place at TI Circuit in Okayama Prefecture. In the off-season, a major change in regulations had been made, which could significantly change the power structure of the series. For that reason, the intensity began on qualifying day. From 2003, the ARTA team decided to allow Toshihiro Kanaishi to run the qualifying round. The team faced a lack of testing with their racing machine, and it was all up to Kanaishi to get the job done. In the previous season, the NSX showed unbeatable speed here at TI Circuit. This year, the third-place lap time clocked by the Mugen team was the best it achieved. On the other hand, Supras like the AU Sermo Supra captured the second grid, while the GTRs were untouchable with the Zanavi Nismo team taking the pole position. In this season-opening race, the ARTA NSX had difficulties setting up the car, resulting in 14th place in the qualifying round.
俺もレース始めて15番手なんて予選初めてだし、ただそれは年色が悪いんじゃなくて、チームの方針がもう今年は年色を育てるっていう、そういうチームの方向性があるから。
岸田さんと面白いバトル期待してます。
いや、今年はね、結構絡むような気がするんだよね。去年以上に激しくいきたいと思います。
まあレースに向けてはまあやっぱりまだまだね、いろいろ願望はあるけど、まあ今日のコンディションに対しては、まあ、そこそこいいんじゃないかな。
誰だってやっぱり開幕戦では6位以内狙うし、表彰台狙うし、開幕戦っていうのはね、1年を通じて他のチームに威圧感与えられるからね。だからこの順位だと威圧感も何も与えられないから、まあ俺は俺で与えられたもので頑張って、ちゃんとそれ以上の結果を俺は出していくつもりでいるしね。
At 2 p.m. on race day, the 41 machine started off with ear-breaking exhaust notes in front of the 55,000 people in attendance. JGTC adhered to the rolling start, which Kanaishi was not used to, and ended up being passed by 2 cars at the start. From this lap, the 82-lap challenge for the ARTA team began. A week before this race, Kanaishi was on the third-place podium in the Formula Nippon Series opening race. The ARTA team was confident about this 24-year-old skill as a driver. Nothing less was expected from him in the JGTC races. the first half of the race, the GTR tried desperately to lose the Supras on the chase. At the start of the race, all the machines carried a heavy load of gas, with tires still running low on pressure and grip. Driving the 1100 kilo plus GT machines at high speeds from the very beginning took more than guts. The three cars in front pulled ahead from the rest of the pack to form the top group. It was obvious the GTR and the Supra were here to win. Since the NSX fell behind in terms of top speeds, it was up to the team's racing strategy. The ARTA team delayed their pit stop compared to the other teams. Kanaishi had incredibly pulled into 7th place. Now ARTA was ready for the pit stop. The season's first pit stop was over without any delays, and Tsuchiya's race began from 13th place. However, this season wasn't going to be an easy one. Tsuchiya had released his speed regulator just a second or less too early in the pit lane, which brought him the penalty. This year, Tsuchiya had an additional job to do on top of driving, which was to train his partner, Kanaishi. Was Tsuchiya feeling the pressure? Midway into the race, Esso's Wakisaka grabs the lead, but the dogfight continued at the top. Away from the spotlight at the top position battle, Tsuchiya was fighting with his machine with a still imperfect setting. The machine behaved as if it was refusing to trace the driver's desired line. Tsuchiya had to be 120% focused on the driving to control this untamed machine. As one of the most established teams, ARTA is always expected for results. But the first race of the season ended with bitterness. The dogfight for top position continued throughout the race between the GTR and the Supra. The race ended with last year's defending champion Esso Supra taking the first place podium of the season opening race. The ARTA NSX finished 11th with a 1-lap difference from the leader.
久々になんかずっと頑張っちゃったよな。ずっと予選みたいに走っちゃったけど。入った。車決めなきゃ。車決めなきゃトップグループにはいかない。いいバトルとかそんな熱い走りとかって問題じゃないな。やっぱ前を走って初めて熱い走りとかいい走りだよ。車をまず仕上げること、そっからだね、うちのチームはね。
まあ参加するんじゃなくて勝つレースの
参加するレースだったらやめるよ。
The fans expect the very best from Tsuchiya. This race ended up to be a tough season opener for both Tsuchiya and his team. The second round was held at Fuji Speedway. On this high-speed circuit, none of the NSX cars were able to finish in the top 10 of the qualifying round. The ARTA NSX finished 16th. For the final race, the ARTA team gambled to start with soft compound tires. The gamble backfired, as the temperature of the course went higher than predicted. Although Tsuchiya started off the race, he immediately came into the pit to change his car's tires. Now he was ready, or that's what everyone thought. Due to electronic trouble, the ARTA NSX retired the race. The car lacked speed compared to the others in the series. The ARTA team was in for a rough season.
今年はもうこういうレギュレーションだからしょうがないよね。根本的になんか変えていかないと、シャーシ的な問題だから無理で、直線では負けてないからね。
The next race will be in Sugo. Tsuchiya's challenge continues.